Hey there. Yeah, she's been messing with the slides again. Contrast is way up. Just having fun. Okay, now this journal is the one that got out of sync. It was written before the last one. It was 4 in 1 day. It's been a long time since I did that. So this is from 228, the second one of that day, and it's that day of flow. 6th night is the Mayan day. Many on earth envision terrible future happenings for mankind. Awful disasters of every kind are discussed widely, and many of us live in fear. If not conscious, then subconscious tension brought on by the underlying anxiety over what may happen. What to do about this? How to handle it? And you know, I'll step out and say too, we're all psychic, we're all telepathic. And so even those of us that are not tuned in to the news broadcasts and so on, all the people that are watching that, we get their tension, we can feel it. And so you might have an anxiety running that's really nothing to do with you personally. So it's kind of good to know that we don't have to own all the feelings that we have. We can, I don't know, put out our antenna and become more aware that we're bigger and we have more abilities than what we've been taught to believe. Okay, how to handle it. As for the light beings, most of us are stepping way back from things, personal and global ones. A certain sense of detachment is making itself felt. We're being danced into that. Some are even distressed about this, and that's understandable. They don't know why they suddenly feel so different like that. Some worry for their sanity. And unfortunately, these are the ones that don't communicate. They don't ask around, and maybe they don't know that it's way more widespread and they're not alone. Step back. Step back, my friends. All is for your and our benefit. Choose to see things this way. It is a choice, one we can consciously make. And until you do, you won't have the benefit of it. And my words can't give that to you. In this new dawning time, everyone is more and more on his or her own. And this is truly a vital part of what's happening here. This independence of perspective we're called to take on via detachment from everything else. Stand strong. So, what does it mean, some say? I wish I knew, but I don't care. I don't look at things that way. That is mind. Do you see? Drop down into heart. It just is. So we greet it warmly and move on without worrying. It is a letting go time. As we do this, you'll see things tend to hurt much less. We don't generally realize how much mind is involved in the creation of every kind of pain. There is physical pain, sure, but at its heart, all pain is mental. It's a symptom of having given your power away a lot of times. It's also then a reminder to make a choice to take it back. Be alert, read the signs. Everything is talking to you at all times. Are you listening? And if you are listening, if you're in watch and observe mode, then are you hearing? Or do you let mind rush in to interpret things for you? That's a bad habit that I suggest you avoid indulging. Don't listen to mind. Call on it when you need its services, but other than that, let it be silent or ignored. You are not body. You are not mind. Stand back from these. Realize, recollect how at this now moment you are wearing many and manifold varieties of forms, having many lifetimes spread out across time-space. Whatever you think you are, whatever you can see and point to, you are not that. Step back into heart space, into that aspect of being who overshadows the whole, all of your lifetimes, the entire play. Integrate. Feel into your own divinity. It's accessible in the kingdom of heart. So make the connection there. Let go of everything else. Let go of all thought long enough to make this connection. Just be still. Empty the self out. Let all thoughts, all desires, all expectations, all worries and fears go. Every one. Abandon them. What good have they done you? You can also recognize them as not real. There is that in you, accessible through heart, that is eternal, and it is truly divine. Link up with it. It is not blasphemy to be one with Source, with God. It is what it is. It is your birthright, but you must claim it, and no one else can do this for you. Forget every belief you ever took on and find the truth there within. Commune with it directly. You need no intercessor to link up with Source. Stand in heart. Stand there firmly. You must do this for yourself. Everything, all of your programming, your background, your beliefs, upbringing, all of it will scream at you, trying to stop you from taking this step. The choice is still yours, yet you must make it, not wait for anyone or anything to come to your aid. Stand on your own feet there within heart. You don't want someone else leading your life for you. If you can just get yourself firmly anchored there, so much of this will be easy for you. Let's face it, to a god or a goddess, the challenges we face here are pretty much nothing. Large though they loom before the puny one you've taken self to be. A major shift in vision is called for, and we're doing it. Are you up to it? I say again, there is no one, no, not even God or your guardian angel, who will or who can do this for you. You see, the thing is that you don't need saving. Yet, until you can stand in heart, this won't make sense to you. You can't do this thing with sheer bravado, with ego and pride, the way some are determined to do. The price of this ride is the very ego they seek to use to ride into victory. Sorry, Charlie, not happening. Not like that. Just like everyone else, me included, you are identified with a lot of BS. What you think you are isn't at all the real you. Ditto here. How quick are you on your feet, and how tightly do you hold to the things of life here in 3D? It will make a big difference in the outcome. Either you're finished with 3D or you're not. The challenges that come are set up to tell the tale, to either escort you home into higher consciousness or into your next 3D life. Business as usual is just what will get most people kicked off of the ascending energy spiral, spiraling through the solar system now. This is a new energy force field, a new energy construct that we've entered, the photon band or belt, as some call it. It's hugely different and brings massive changes, ready or not, like it or not. Those who try to just hang on to what they've already got, well, what they think they have, won't be making the full run, the full trip. They show by that action or non-action that they're not quite ready to part with 3D. Well, that's okay, but don't let them stop or detain you. Say your prayers for one and all, both those whom you know and their situations, and then spread it out for all others similarly situated. From heart, you'll find it's easy to do that, and it becomes almost automatic. You know, I hug up my dog, and it's just as easy to be hugging all of the dogs and the coyotes and the wolves and the dingoes and all of it everywhere. We're all one. You can take advantage of that. You can spread those wings of yours. Okay, let's see. There are many in those situations. The prayer will both say itself and expand itself like that if you will let it. We now begin dealing with more energies than with persons. Soon everyone will know there is no such thing as a person. Meanwhile, say your prayers to help all along. Drop pity. Drop sense of responsibility that drags you down into dark or slow-moving energy. If someone believes you owe them something, back up and realize just whose problem that is, and it's not yours. Look around and see how much healing can come when we all stand firmly on our own feet. The light beings firmly situated like that in heart, your place of power. It's time for all to grow up. No one owes anyone anything. If you have legitimate debts, pay them off. You put yourself in that position, so deal with it. Do your best. Don't let anything worry you, though. Remember, ultimately, it's not real. Just do the best you can in the moment. Now, listen clearly. I don't want to hear about one single person citing anything I've said here or elsewhere as an excuse not to pay their legitimate debts. Some debts are not legitimate. It seems to me that the whole mortgage structure may well be fraudulent. There are such things as fraudulent debts. So you can make your own choices about these things. But whatever you do, do not run from things. This is not that. This is everyone being more responsible than possibly ever before. This is the time for our integrity to shine, to be a beacon and example for others. Have calm wisdom and balance. Above all, balance. Heart is a space of great honor and integrity. If you behave otherwise, it will show you as not being in heart. Some people have allowed themselves to become so frightened that they will take any excuse to run out on their responsibilities. Their anxiety is at such a high rate. Don't be one of those. Just stand firmly in heart. You will know what to do, right from wrong. On the one hand, we have that detachment that's coming into our lives, and it helps. On the other, providing balance, we have integrity, heart integrity, not the kind generated by mind, as Jesus would say, by the Pharisees. Back off and keep backing off from things. Keep reminding yourself, I am not that. And truly, you are not. Yet, you have a part in the play here. You want to play it wisely and well. There's only one way that I know of. Follow heart. Stick so tightly to heart that you can't be parted from it. Refuse to budge. If you don't know what to do, then be quiet. Be silent. Drop the whole issue into heart and just let it go. Trust that what you need to deal with will come up for you in right order. It will arise from within. And then deal with things as heart brings them to you, not mind. Ignore mind in this stuff. Stay with heart. Work to detach self from identifying with either body or mind. You are not that. Keep reminding self, I am not that. It is the greater you, the higher or inner self, who knows just what to do, how to go on. Well, you are that one, but it takes using free will to reunite with it. It takes choice after choice, each one made in your now moment with what seems right to heart, here and now. Only that, no more is required. We take it one moment at a time, and it's not overwhelming that way. This now moment is all there is. Have integrity in that. You can do this. Anyone can. Their problem is being spread out all over the place and all over time. Mind is never in now for more than a few seconds at a time. It will not stay there. To do this, it takes heart. It takes switching to a new way of life. Get stubborn as hell about this. Be determined that heart is your space. And it is, but you must claim it. And you will be tested by what transpires. Now, I am not saying there's someone up there, someone who is testing you. Not at all. I'm just saying that what the current times contain and are bringing to us will be enough to test our determination to stick with heart. It will at times seem so much easier to just give in and just go with what mind suggests. Well, that's an option. Try it out once or twice and just be watching the outcome. You'll soon see how what seems one way is likely another way. The unreality of former things is passing away. All will be seen through soon enough. Now, I know we all wish it would be sooner. We want to know now what's going on. Still, stick with heart and recall that all there is now. Forget that illusion called the future. It doesn't exist. Stick with this. Stick with heart and know this. All is well. You'll have the opportunity to watch your own vision shift. More and more you will see your old ideas and values falling away. And they're doing that already. It will be spooky at times, and that's okay. Stick with heart. Heart and the love you find there is the answer to whatever comes up. If you don't know what to do nothing if you can. And if not, let intuition decide instead of mind. And take responsibility for yourself and your life. Don't depend on anything or anyone else. Above all, don't point fingers of blame anywhere, including at you. There is nothing to blame anyone for. All is well. All is well. All is well. It's only mind that thinks it's not. Come away from who and what you once thought you were. You are not that. Come into heart and find out what you truly are. Get introduced to the real you here. It is here that she or he abides, or it's a contact point or a portal. something like that. Bottom line is that doesn't matter. The link up is in heart and you have one, so go spend time there. Back away from the world scene. Let it go or take it in very small doses. Stay away from all major media. They breed nothing but fear and discontent. They are nothing but a mouthpiece for the powers that were. So recognize that and just stay away. Do your own personal boycott. It's also time to get rid of the television, friends. If not now, then when? How long will you allow yourself to continue to be programmed by that? And stay in heart when you answer this. Don't listen to your mind or emotions, the desires. You are not that, and you can step back from it. Stick with heart. Make wise choices moment by moment. All there is now, and there's nothing going on in your now that you can't handle. Face this. Be in heart and be in now. This you can do. It's a choice. Now it's your turn to decide.